And are you refreshed? Good. Now what? There's a lot of trouble in this room.
I've heard it on the recordings. I've been listening to you since, I guess, the 90s and seeing you, and I'd heard on the recordings that people knew that they were going to come up, and I just knew today that I'd be up here. You've answered, as predicted, some of the questions I had have been answered already.
If it's been a really good day, you have new things that have popped up since you've been here. In other words, we are on the leading edge together, yes?
Yes. The immediate one I could is my wife and I are going through a divorce. I don't want it, but I've been through the period of resisting it, committed to it. I just don't want this, but it's going forward. And so I love the piece on healing. That was helpful. I'm at the point now of going, okay, I get it. And one of the things that came to me is that the momentum, the downward, to me, it feels like a downward spiral of momentum in the relationship is such that even though I still believe in the possibility of us having a meaningful relationship, it just feels like your analogy of the car at the top of the hill in San Francisco, that the momentum is such that it can't be broken right now, that we just feels like we need to step apart.
For now.
Exactly, and that's the feeling. And so for me, I finally got to the point of, okay, this is happening. I'm not a victim in this, and it needs to happen. Of course, part of what I'm thinking about is how did I get here in the first place? But the other part is now that we're in it and going through the divorce, and it's within the realm of divorce, it's, what's the word? Friendly's not it, though it's okay. I mean, we're working through it. And my commitment right now, where I want to be committed, is that we go through the process and finish it up with mutual love, respect, compassion. And with each of us going through little spells of fear or lack of trust, and yeah, we can do that, but what about I just think there's a much easier way to get through this that leaves the part of us that loves each other to leave it intact and go ahead and process through this and to let both of us move on with our lives to whatever happens after that. And so I'm just wanting, for me, I'm wanting to do everything I can to come from love and respect. And
we especially like the for me part, because you can't intend for any other.
Right.
And so as that is the intention for you, then you can do something about that. You can look for easy existing matches and find them. The thing that most people in any situation where things are not happening in the way they think they want them to be is that while all of that is happening, that momentum that you're talking about, it's strong. That momentum of knowing what I do not want, that is strong momentum. But remember, there's another end of the stick that is happening simultaneously. Clarification of what is wanted. And while it is not believed, especially by the other, that these things that are unwanted and therefore these things that are wanted can be accomplished in this particular setting, that is irrelevant. The fact is that these desires have happened and they are in your respective vortices. And so as you decide that you're just going to do what you can do to calibrate to and to be a vibrational match to your vortex, then what actually happens for you is that anything that you've lived, nothing of it goes unwanted. If it's been a really good day, you have new things that have popped up since you've been here. We especially like the for me part, because you can't intend for any other. But remember, there's another end of the stick that is happening simultaneously. Clarification of what is wanted. The fact is that these desires have happened and they are in your respective vortices. As you decide that you're just going to do what you can do to calibrate to and to be a vibrational match to your vortex, then what actually happens for you is that anything that you've lived, nothing of it goes unwanted.